Hi folks, my name is Art Kafitz. I'm an incoming MSH fellow. I was a resident here, and we're in the MSW PACU, where the magic happens, so they say. We share this PACU between IR, neuro-IR, and vascular surgery. Vascular surgery does some of their cases in the endovascular suites, and some of their cases in the ORs. So it's a pretty roomy PACU. I'll give you a tour in a little while. Just a little bit of background about our program. We rotate in IR at West, at Beth Israel, as well as at Morningside. And if you're particularly interested in IR, elective rotations can be made for Mount Sinai East Side. I was the first ESIR designee. So we do have ESIR as a pathway in our residency program. We take 1 to 2 residents per year. My year we had 1 resident, and the year below mine we had 2. And hopefully you'll meet those guys if and when you come here. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a tour. Why don't you come along? So we're in our sterile area now, so everybody put on masks. Right now there's a case going on, but this is our vascular suite. It's a hybrid OR that we share with the vascular surgeons. We will on occasion go into the hybrid OR if there's occasion where we need OR capabilities. On the other side, there's a neuro-IR room with a biplane machine. Over here is another angio suite that we kind of typically use as a backup. But I don't think there should be anybody in there, so I can show it to you. Hello. So you can walk in there. So as you can see, this is a biplane room. Good for neuro-IR. We sometimes use it as well when we have a bunch of cases and we have the staffing and the necessity. We can kind of relieve any buildup of cases in this room. And I can show you the main rooms.
Okay.
So both these rooms are pretty recent. They're both Siemens rooms. This is the nicer room with a really nice display. Recently upgraded CR. We have a couple of ultrasounds floating around here. I'll show you the other room. This is our control area. And this is our other Siemens room, which is a little bit older, but still new. I think it was last renovated 2016, 2017, something like that. So this is just the west part of the residency. You'll also have full IR capabilities at Morningside as well as Beth Israel. So hopefully we'll be able to show you that in another clip.
Without questions, well, what did you like most about your IR experience here at West?
At West specifically, there's
Or program?
in our program, I think the variety is its strongest point. There's not a lot of sites where you work in as many settings with as many different attendants as you will here, and there's just different practice patterns. There's different patient populations, and without such a large system to see the different variety of cases, you really won't get the depth or breadth that you would at other programs. Or that you do here that you would, that you might at other programs. Like for example, here we have a large amount of dialysis work that Dr. Friedman is kind of expert in. that the other sites really don't have nearly as much of. St. Luke's, you get a lot of bread and butter and an ability to sort of take a hands-on approach, because there's really not much in terms of fellows hanging around. So you really have first dibs on any case. At Beth Israel, you get to work with Dr. Raj Patel. He's really a fantastic teacher, and he does a variety of cases. And then, of course, if you're interested in IR, you get to work at Maine, where we have some of the some really fantastic IR attendings, such as Aaron Fishman, Dr. Robert Lookstein, and honestly, the list goes on. So I think the variety of cases, the variety of practice patterns, and the variety of settings in which you work is a big strength of this program in terms of IR.
Do you feel prepared for a fellowship? You're about to start in a couple weeks.
Does anybody feel prepared for fellowship? I think I'm pretty well prepared, to be honest with you. I know what the expectations are, because of the ESIR pathway, you get to act as a junior fellow for the for your last year of radiology, your PGY 5 year. And so I've had a lot of time. I'm currently on call. I'm not yet a fellow, but I'm already taking fellow level call, and I have been for the last 6 months. So this is all kind of a gradual ramp up to prepare you so that you're not overwhelmed when you start. And yeah, I do feel pretty well prepared.
Any other questions?
What's your favorite part of living in New York City?
What's my favorite part of living in New York City? My wonderful fellow co-residents. No, but I grew up in New York City, so this is home for me. You know, it has all the glitz and glamour of Manhattan, but all the comforts of home for me as well. My parents are in Brooklyn, and for me that was a big attraction of the program. And the training, Manhattan attracts some really fantastic talent in terms of my co-residents and my attendings. I think it really enhances the learning experience to be around such brilliant minds and brilliant people.
What kind of person do you think would belong in our program? Or do well here?
I think somebody that's a self-starter, somebody that's motivated. I consider this a very hard-working program. You really get the opportunity to put your hands on a lot. There's not a lot of fellows to hide behind on the diagnostic side, and therefore you learn how to read quickly, efficiently, and well, because you don't have as much backup as some other programs might have. You always have the attending, on speed dial when you need them. But otherwise, you handle the list as well as you can yourself, and you have graded responsibility. And as time goes forward, you really become quite a good diagnostician. On the IR side, I'm a big fan. It's really, I came here because of the IR experience I had as a volunteer when I was at Beth Israel with Dr. Patel some years back, and that really attracted me. And I think the IR experience here is really second to none, and that's why I chose to stay for my fellowship here.